Guys, look, we're here with MaxTran, the guy who breeds the Corsos. You've seen me many times. People say, hey, T-Fit, what do you think about Cane Corso? I said, they're not my dog, but I know a guy who does the dogs. He's probably the best to answer your questions. He has more history, experience, and he's going to tell you a little bit about it. Max, why the Cane Corso first?
The utility dog.
Utility. Explain to them what that means, because some people have Cane Corsos and don't know why the dog is fucking their house up.
Well, the dog needs to do something.
Yeah.
A true Cane Corso is a utility dog. It should be able to do whatever you want it to do. You need to be a protection dog, it can handle that. You need to be a family dog, it handles that. The problem is most of these breeders are building for one thing: show or work, but breed it for its true use.
Yeah.
A utility dog. My dog, you should be able to put in the show ring, put in the working world, house pet. It's a utility dog. You know what I mean? It's a bodyguard dog. You should be able to do whatever you want with the dog.
That's funny. I tell people the same thing about my style of bully until we get rid of the style of, just away from the bully. It's just, I'm putting a lot of stuff in this computer and can compute whatever you want it to compute. Once you flip the switch, though, understand, ego turns into an asshole after 3 o'clock because it's time to play or work or do whatever he wants to do. Normally, he's chilling. So it's good to know that, again, when managing a Cane Corso in their lives. Cane, my bad. Cane Corso is to make sure the dog knows, basically has a good regimen or a good routine per se. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's get a couple dogs out and show you guys what he likes about the cane.
Man, I can't touch him anymore because I'm falling in love, man. I gotta stop. That blue brindle out there was really
All right, so walk us through this one. What's his name?
This is Grand Champion Bronx.
So we got Bronx here, people.
Maximo's Bronx. Grand Champion, AKC Grand Champion, show dog. That's the one. Funny thing about this dog is owned by Ben Simmons and myself.
Okay. Co-own.
Huh?
Is it a co-own?
It's mine now, but it's Ben's. I mean, it was Ben's dog for the first 2 years, and then he's like, Max, make it a champion. So, okay.
So now you got to level it up, huh?
Different dog. So this dog here, Dad's a Grand Champion, Grandpa's a Grand Champion. This is a Grand Champion. So this is 3 generations of Grand Champions in this dog. So when we're breeding the next line here with her, we're gonna have 4 to 5 generations because it depends on the other side. So my goal is to build a dog with 8 generations of Grand Champions in a puppy.
So if you don't mind, answer, hey, what does that mean when you're saying, hey, Grand Champions? Because objectively, in the ABKC, it's just a big word that don't mean shit, in my opinion. But when the AKC has got history, integrity, all these other things, even still, I guess the word would be structure. It's got good structure. It's got good.
So you got to remember, to be a champion dog, right? It isn't just like these shows, these bully shows. You know what I mean? It's a popularity contest. The judges in there are not saying anything wrong, but they're not true judges. An AKC judge has to go through classes, has to, you know what I mean? And the thing is, just for it to be a champion, it doesn't just win one show. It has to win several. It's a point system.
Yeah.
You have to beat champions. You have to do all that. So it's just when you see an AKC champion or Grand Champion, it wasn't like it just won a show today. It takes time.
Yeah.
So imagine if you have 8 generations of dogs, all Grand Champions. So if I have a pedigree of 8 generations of Grand Champions, do you realize how much money is invested in those pedigrees?
A lot.
So imagine, just for her showing, I probably spent $20,000 to $25,000 in the last 2 years.
Sheesh.
Okay? Now you multiply that by 8 generations.
Yep,
How much money's in there?
It's a good amount of money.
Right?
So, I mean, we're talking over $120,000 plus dollars, easy.
Way more than that. 8 generations. Remember,
Yeah.
2, 4. How many generations?
What's the question?
8 generations. If there's 8 generations of Grand Champions, how much money in show fees are just in?
In all those generations, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a quick little breakdown. I have a friend who you guys probably know of. He made it really big this year, and we are having a conversation of all the shows that he travels. As a matter of fact, you know what? You guys don't even have to take my word for it. There is an actual interview done with him, and he lives here in California. And when we started doing the math, because I asked the same exact question, I think he spent close to $230,000 And I think it was over 200.
This is for one dog?
The one dog, yes. And it wasn't even a French. It was a Bichon Frise, to get to Westminster. And this is because you have to qualify. You don't just get there, And I'm just gonna say it. His name is Bill McFadden. You guys probably know of him. He lives right here in Turlock. Super sweet guy. And now, like I said, I'm not saying. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me take a couple of steps back. That show is actually on Netflix, and he says it, and it's not, far. Now the dog is not owned by him. The dog is owned by some doctors in Michigan. They come and they place the pup with him, and so he is he's right here in Turlock, So Bill basically got an RV and started going state to state to state to state to state to state, and then when they tallied it all up between fees and this and that, it was about $230,000. So the amount is astronomical. Wow.
And that's on one dog, people. Who we got here?
This is Kylie.
This is the producer, I would imagine.
This is Maximo Bain's sister. Maximo Bain is probably one of our top working dogs. This is his sister. This is his daughter of Criminal, which is one of our dogs as well. This girl here is kind of 4 generations of dogs that I put on this earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's just one of those ones that, special to me.
Looks good, man. Looks good. Again, people, I don't know a lot about the cane Corso, so we here to learn. She nice?
I'd like to interject there. I've worked with a lot of dogs, and I've worked with a lot of Corsos, and the first thing that I've noticed, even though we're on his yard and his property, these first 2 dogs, if you look at their, the way they're displaying and the way the temperaments are immaculate.
Yeah.
Their temperaments are immaculate. That's what, so far, they're beautiful dogs. That black one just took my breath away, this last black one. But right now, what's blowing me away is their temperaments, because a lot of people will kind of, I was just in Pacifica looking at a Corso, and and right away, a dog that's going to bite doesn't go, it's a very low, deep, guttural.
It's
can
funny.
Feel it. You don't even
because the Tarzan guy on Instagram, he got closer to an alligator. He says, he's in a bad mood today. And he said that growl, that underbelly, he dropped to that baritone.
It's a guttural.
You're gonna know when you can get bit.
It vibrates. You can feel it. So this is what's really compelling me at this point is even though they're gorgeous dogs, the movement, I like a dog that's not overdone, that has that type. We were just talking about that, the underbelly and the stuff like that. We're talking about the movement, and if you look at my dog Wick, they're totally different dogs, but that tells me that dog can move.
Facts.
That dog can move. So right now, so far, these 2 females that he's shown us, obviously, I can look at their, their conformation stance and everything, but that's what's really blown them away is their temperament. And these dogs can move. I like a dog that's not, and a lot of people, that's what they do. They tend to overfeed them. They're overfeeding because they want this big, bulky dog. And guess what? You overfeed a dog, specifically this breed, any type of great things, anything big barrel chested, you're going to run into rickettsia. And now you're overloading the bones right here. Epiphyseal plates are still open. The meniscus are going to start putting pressure.
Just simplify, tell them it's just like an obese person.
It's
an obese person has a struggle movement. Somebody said, Trev, why is fitness so important? No disrespect to fat people. You ever seen a fat person walk upstairs and have trouble? But muscle moves bone. It's that simple. If you don't got no muscle, the bone has trouble. We talk about sports. He brought up Ben Simmons. You remember when Russell Westbrook and even LeBron, they had athleticism, but they didn't have the athletic peaking. The Jordan rules, what do you do? Pick up weights. And in their mind, athletes think, I can do all these things, but the body's like, you ain't got the muscle to do that. Now all of a sudden they go hit the gym, they come back. Now they're flight. Now they could take a beating, they could take an elbow. I'm telling you, muscle changes things. And when you got a dog like he has the Canes, my bad. And they're coming out and they're healthy, and they're not sloppy. The skin's tight. You go, okay.
Very impressive.
That right there that's a healthy dog, because that's an annoying question I get. Hey, my bully's 6 months. He don't look thick enough. Stop it. Just stop it, bruh.
Let nature take its course.
Just slow down. Focus on the micronutrients and give it enough protein. Let it grow. The bully don't really look great no dog tells about 5 years old anyway.
And that's the other thing I forgot to mention about rickets. It actually is inflammation of the bone. The bone does get inflamed.
And where does inflammation come from?
So that what I'm seeing right now in terms of and thank you, Max. I want to thank you for letting us, come in here and he's been
top secret.
Hospitality has been, bar none. His sweet wife just actually gave us all a personal pizza. I don't know if you planned that, but it worked out.
It worked.
So the hospitality, and obviously the panoramic view is it's everything you can. For me, this is a dog man's Disneyland. doesn't, get any better in terms of.
Guys, I'm telling you on this right
facility.
here, I'm building Candyland here soon. So he said this. I told him we building Candyland. Look, we're gonna go see the Anatolian Shepherd. Gonna bring one of those out for us, guys. Stay tuned.
He just pissed on me.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Wow. Okay, so did you notice when he won out there, when he ran
Yeah.
towards him, no cow hawking?
He looks good too, man.
He looks. How old is this dog?
4.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks good, man.
He's at his peak. So now we'll bring out a central.
Yeah. Are they nice?
Yeah, they're nothing.
I need to come over there for that one. Back home smoking legal. You tell us when we can come though. I ain't gonna be just out here.
Bring him out.
Wait till Max is
Yeah, wait till he comes, cause
Let's let him out here.
guys, we've got the Anatolian Shepherd here.
Central.
Central, man.
Central Asian Shepherd.
I keep messing it up. This is right here is a big old dog. How big is this dog, man?
Not bad for an 18-month-old puppy.
18 months old. Godly. Sheesh. Guys, so we just got a chance to see a couple. I keep wanting to call them Kangals. They're not Kangals. They're Central Asian Shepherds. We've got Max. We've got Ruben. Max was nice enough to let us come and see some of his dogs, see his facility, learn a lot. I'm going to be teaching y'all bozos a lot more stuff. No disrespect to y'all, disrespect. But seriously, again, Max, what's the hardest part about being a dog breeder, especially from a financial standpoint? You know my thing is, guys, everybody messaged me a lot of times. I kid you not, there's 40 fucking messages over there right now. Hey, how do I get into breeding? First thing I tell them is don't. If you don't think you can run a McDonald's or start a Chick-fil-A, don't buy a dog for $3,000 and think you're gonna get rich.
You've got to be kind of crazy to be a dog breeder.
Yeah.
Honestly, you've got to be. It's a special person, a special type of person that can do this because there is no days off. If you're the type of person that complains of working 40 hours a week, this ain't for you.
At all. The only time I get a break is when I'm out of town.
Yeah.
Because there's it is.
What is he doing? Messing with more dogs.
That's
I
all
know.
you do.
This is lit, and I go right back, and in 5-6 days, there's 2 litters on the ground back in hell.
7 days a week, 365 days a year, cleaning, sterilizing. I mean, you guys just walked in. This is what we do every day. Yeah, there's poop here and there, but it's not dirty.
No.
You know a breeder. We've all
yeah.
been to breeders that are like, yeah, you're dirty. I'm not even gonna. You know what I mean? Your dogs are sticky. Your dogs are like you. If you come, can you smell? Shit
No,
on my
that's
dog?
and
And they're
look,
shit. I mean, I'm not perfect, but they're like, you know, a person that actually cleans and a person that says he cleans.
Look, and people, dogs are ornery, man. You know, it's like puppies. You change the pads out 2 seconds later. It's like, oh, fresh pads. Dogs, he just cleaned up. You can see the concrete was still wet when we walked in. Some shit. You like clean up and dog shit like, well, fuck you. I mean, it literally act like that.
This is the one thing I've always noticed when you have a lot of dogs. Whenever you clean, they shit. Do you like to clean it? Do you like to shit in a dirty bathroom?
No. So they'll wait. So they're that smart too. So
yeah, dogs here, every time we clean, they poop. So they clean again, and they'll come through. We clean again, and hopefully that's good for a couple hours.
yeah, there you go, people. So look, hardest part about it is no days off. I mean, that's a shirt.
Relentless.
You might want to put MaxTran, no days off, 365.
And make sure you got your Carhartts on.
There you go.
Have your
Carhartt repping. Anything else you want them to know about? Hey, matter of fact, reach out to Max. I'll tag him in this thing right here, so you know if you're looking for a Cane Corso or Cane Corso. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get it right one of these days.
Cane Corso, Central Asian Shepherd, South African Borbles. We got them. Let me know.
There you go, man.
Make a better breed.
Boom.
Whatever you do, make a better breed.
Better dogs,
dog.
people.
Make a better
Thanks,
dog.
Max.
That's all you gotta do.
Right on.